All right, now I'm all done today. All done up. Not doing a workout today. I am Olivia. Olivia has been on me. She has been wanting me. We've been chatting back and forth, and she's been wanting me to talk about the intermittent fasting because her and I have been doing it together. I started it the beginning of June. I was working on my oldest one, Robert's birthday cake, and I have to give a shout out to Lena first. Lena was the one who turned me on to Dr. Berg. He is a doctor in Virginia that practices. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to post a link for Dr. Berg's intermittent fasting. I was binging as I'm making Robert's birthday cake. I'm watching him. My eyes are locked on to the videos as I'm trying to make my son's birthday cake. It all turned out though, so that's all that matters. But I had been debating on what to do. I'm not a doctor. This is my experience, okay? I'm not telling you this from a doctor's perspective. It is literally from a 48-year-old mother of 3 who exercises and works out and struggles just like you guys do with what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, the whole 9 yards. I pretty much know I eat pretty well. You know, I eat healthy stuff. I prepare, most of my foods are from scratch. I have a dairy allergy and a peanut allergy, so boxed stuff is usually out. So I have learned how I make my own granola bars, I make my own protein bars, I get my special chocolate chips sent in from Oregon. I get a 25-pound box of them shipped in. They have no dairy in them. And I could get stuff from the grocery store, but it would cost me an arm and a leg because of all the stuff that I make, and I use these chocolate chips. Awesome. So anyway, I'm sidetracked. Lena turned me on to Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to post a link for that. And what I want you to know more than anything is fasting. Intermittent fasting is not a diet. You're not going to do this and lose the weight and then say, I can go back to the way I was eating before. It is a way of life, okay? I used to, when I was younger, and I competed, and we owned the gym, and I personal trained, and I taught 13 aerobics classes a week, and I worked 13 and a half hours a day. I ate 6 meals a day, and because I wasn't eating enough and I wasn't losing weight when I was getting ready for the competition. I was in a starvation mode. My body was holding on to everything because of everything that I was doing. So I had to eat 6 meals a day, and I didn't have to, but it was the easiest way for me to break up 2,500 calories, which is what I had to eat for everything that I was doing. I just continued with that mindset thinking that, you know, it's working for me, and I'll eat 6 several small meals because I always had I had learned and was taught that when you go too long, your body goes into starvation, and your metabolism slows down. Well, yeah, but I mean, too long would be like days if you were skipping. You've got enough fat and glycogen in your body that you can go easily for 6 hours or whatever, and you don't have to eat. But it all changes. When you're younger, yeah, I would say your metabolism is cranked, and you probably do need to eat more frequently. As you get older, things change, and you don't eat as much, and you don't seem to eat as often, I think. So that's what I was doing. I was still doing my workouts. I was doing everything the same way that I had always done. I was still eating healthy, probably even healthier because I had figured out that I had the dairy allergy. And when I didn't know that I had it and I was eating the dairy, I was bloated, I was uncomfortable. And then once I once I eliminated the dairy from my system, I felt so much better. I didn't have belly aches. Wasn't all bloated. So it was beneficial that way. But I continued to have the 6 small meals, and I spread them out. With the intermittent fasting, Dr. Berg talks about it. I do a 16-hour fast, and I do 8 hours where I have my meals, and I do anywhere, depending on the day, between 2 and 3 meals. Some days I'm not that hungry, so 2 meals, and I could even go, with no problem with 2 meals. Other days, like yesterday, after the workout, I had eaten lunch and I was still hungry at like 4:30. I decided that I was going to have a protein shake to hold me over until I had dinner with the boys. It's very informative what he talks about. The fasting, I didn't think I'd be able to do it, to be quite honest with you. Before, when I'd eat the 6 meals a day, when I'd have spread them out over 6 meals, if I went an hour past the time that I should have eaten, my stomach would be deep growling and just angry. And I thought, there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to do this. But it's funny, I feel so much better doing the fasting. I get up in the morning. So this is how mine works. I start at noon, somewhere around noon, because usually my husband, he works from the house, so we'll have lunch together. So I plan my first meal. I like to have it with him because that's when we can sit and talk, and I don't interrupt him while he's working. And then I like to have my last meal around 6:30, 7 o'clock is usually when I'm setting the table, and then we all sit down as a family and we have dinner. So somewhere in between, sometimes I need something to hold me over, and I'll usually reach for a protein shake or something. But then at 8 o'clock, whenever we finish, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 8:30, whatever. It just depends on the meal prep and when everybody's like ready to come out and sit down and eat. It's never past 9 though, because I don't sleep well if I eat too close to bedtime. So I try and wrap everything up no later than 8:30. And then I get up in the morning and I'm up at 5:30 because I have to get the boys up and move them for school. So I'm up early. Then I go in and I do my workout, or I do my workout from the house. And the only thing that I have is my water, and I have my pre-workout BCAAs, and then I usually have one after my workout, and then I don't have anything until like lunchtime. Today it wasn't until 1 because I come home and the neighbors were out and everybody's all worked up about Hurricane Irma. So till I got in here and actually made lunch, it was closer to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had made Caribbean chicken the other night for dinner, and that is what I had. I had a salad, and I just had romaine lettuce and olives, and I had some sesame sticks in there for the crunch and some carrots, and I used a raspberry vinaigrette glaze that I have. It's yummy, and I used a little bit of that, and that was what I had. And then while my Caribbean chicken was heating up, and then I had my Caribbean chicken, which is boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I have a spice a rub that I make that goes on there, and then it cooks in the pan in some water and some white wine vinegar. It's really yummy, and I put it over some basmati rice. So that's the other thing. I could give up like all the good things in life. I splurge here and there. If my husband's making pizza and he makes me my special pizza because I can't have dairy, I have pizza. If we're having a birthday party and it's a cake that I can have, 9 times out of 10 they're requesting something that either has peanut butter or dairy in it, so I usually can't have it. But there's other stuff that I make brownies and stuff like that. I'll have, I don't go crazy, but I splurge and I enjoy life. I guess if I gave it up, I would probably maybe be a little more ripped than what I am, but if I give it up and I'm going to live another 5 years and everybody around me is going to die 5 years sooner than me, I don't think I want to do that. I want to enjoy these moments with everybody, and I don't want to have to think that hard about what I can and can't have, because I kick my ass when I work out. And you know what? If you can't work out like that and enjoy something in life just a little bit, what's the point? I don't know. That's me personally. You know, like I said, I guess that means that I won't be totally ripped, but I'm totally happy. That's all that matters. Really, that's all that matters. Okay, let me explain this to you. So let me stop ranting here. Dr. Berg explains that in the presence of insulin, your body can't lose weight. So every time you eat, your body tells your pancreas, produce that insulin because we got to take care of this food that's in here. And your body produces cortisol, which is a hormone, and it stores whatever your body isn't going to burn off. So every time you eat, every time I ate, every 2 to 3 hours, my body was spiking that insulin, saving all of those calories that I wasn't burning at the time, and storing it as fat. Storing it, and I wasn't burning it off. Even though I was doing killer workouts, it was because I kept eating every 2 to 3 hours. So that's where the fasting comes in. You have that window. And honest to God, I don't feel hungry most of the time. If I do, believe me, I eat. If I come out of the gym and I'm slammed and I'm dizzy, I carry my shake just as backup. And I always have goo or something in there, or a granola bar, because God forbid, I don't ever want to get to the point where I can't focus or think because I'm so damn hungry. So I have it as my safety net. Rarely do I have to use it. The only time that I find that I use it is if I have to make something for dinner and it's early in the morning, like after my workout, before lunchtime, like that sweet spot around going on 11 o'clock, and you're saying, oh, I have an hour. How am I going to make it? And your belly's growling because you're smelling all this food, all these spices that I've got going on. So if I have to, I'll break my fast. But 9 times out of 10, I don't. I feel amazing on it. I feel like I can think clearly. I don't have to obsess over food, what I'm going to have for the next meal. What I used to do food journals and have to write everything down. It's so simple now. It's so easy. I don't stress at all about it. So with that being said about the cortisol raising, the insulin raising, increasing your cortisol and making you hold on to fat, I go and watch his video, but I have my stats here. I took them in June, the beginning of June, like I said, when I decided I was going to do this. And in June, I was 129 pounds. My waist was 28 inches. That's 71 centimeters. My upper thigh, so at the top of my thigh before you get to the pubic bone, 21.5 inches or 53 centimeters. My lower thigh, 6 inches up from my kneecap, was 19 inches or 48 centimeters. My hips were 35 inches, and that's 88 centimeters. And my arms were 13 inches, and that's 33 centimeters. I took my measurements on Monday, on Labor Day, on the 4th. And I took them, it was even after lunch. It wasn't in the morning. So I got on the scale. I weighed 122 pounds. I've dropped 7 pounds. My waist is down to 26 inches, so I lost 2 inches or 66 centimeters if you don't do inches. My upper thigh, I went down to 20 inches, so I lost 1.5 inches in my upper thigh. That would be 50 centimeters. My lower thigh, I dropped down to 17 inches, which would be 43 centimeters. I dropped 2 inches in my lower thigh. My hips, I went down to a 33.5-inch hips when I measured them, which would be 85 centimeters. So I went down 1.5 inches. And my arms, I dropped 3 inches. I went down to 10 inches or 25 centimeters. So the only thing that I changed was I started doing the intermittent fasting. I still eat pretty much the same way. Now, my husband had a point. Probably when I was eating the 6 meals a day and I was eating, I probably reached for like nuts or something, which would have maybe had a little extra calories than, you know, that I maybe wasn't tallying up. But more than anything, I've just cut it down to where I'm doing 2 or 3 meals, but I'm doing more in those meals, okay? So like I said, before it would have been maybe just a salad with a couple pieces of chicken in it or whatever, because, you know, in 3 hours I was going to eat another 300 or 400 calories. Now I just do till I'm satisfied. I don't stuff myself. I never walk away feeling stuffed. I'm now satisfied. It's like before I'd get up and I'd be like, oh, I'm still a little bit hungry, but I know I'm going to eat in like 2 or 3 hours. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I lost some brain cells when I had kids. Anyway, Dr. Berg's, I found his to be very informative and very straightforward and easy to understand. I will put the link on there. The other thing that I'm going to put on here are pictures, because when we moved to Florida from Pennsylvania in 2003. When we moved down and I went to the doctors, I was 140 pounds. I didn't do my inches then. I should have. I was 140 pounds. I have pictures of me when we were at the beach in a bikini, from the back, from the sides, candid shots that my husband took as I was playing with the kids. God bless his soul. I'm going to put them out there. I also have a picture of me when I was with my second pregnancy, my second son. He was 2 weeks late, and for shits and grins, let's say, I put that competition suit on, freaked my husband out. He got this big old 2-week past due pregnancy belly hanging out of my orange competition suit. Ooh, sexy. Let me tell you, was that sexy. He still loved me. God, I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to put those pictures on there because I think that the pictures really bring it home. And anybody that's thinking, I can't do this, wait till you see these photos. You're gonna be blown away. No judging. I don't want to hear, oh, you whale, or oh, fat cow, or whatever, because you've got to mark these. You've got to take those pictures, because you look at yourself every day and you don't see it until you look at these pictures, and you are surprised at how much you've lost or how much you've gained. You know, it can go either way. So that's my take on intermittent fasting. Like I said, it's coming from I know a lot of people posting out there are younger. They're young. They haven't been through kids or any of the crazy shit that you get to when you're pushing 50. You know, so that's just my take. For those of you who are older and wondering, this is how it worked for me. Can it work for you? Sure it can. Anything can work for you. You might not do it the same way I do it. Watch it. Watch the video. Take away what you want to take away from it. Apply it however you want to apply it. Everybody's different. I can't tell you doing the same thing, eating the same way that I eat, doing the same thing that I do is going to generate the same results. You know your body best. I took them, I applied it, and I'm watching the results happen according to me. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.